She has OnlyFans.
Nah.
Red flag?
Yeah, red flag. Like, for instance, like my manager and the PR agency from the premieres I go to,
Yep.
they ban people from the red carpet if they are OnlyFans. Yeah, so you get banned now, and that stuff traces you for life. For me, if I got a girl in a bikini, it's nice. Yeah. But also, it could let off the wrong message as well. Because as soon as I say a girl in a bikini, my mindset changes. So it's also what you want. Like, sometimes girls want to sleep with me, and I'm like, I've actually got discipline now to be like, nah.
Yo guys, welcome back to another episode on my channel. I'm sitting in this spot, which means I've got another great conversation lined up for you today. You know, on this channel, we love to talk about all things dating and relationships and seeing what we can do to attract the kind of person we want. So without further ado, please welcome Stefan to the show.
Yes, bro. How you doing, Kit? You good?
I'm good, man. How are you, bro?
I'm sweet and sound.
I know. Come here looking fresh, as he always does.
Yeah, well, you know, it's Pride, so I'm going to go into Central.
Okay.
And, just get some vibes.
And
I've got dinner as well, so I thought 2 birds, 1 stone.
Mate, okay, that's what we love, man. That's what we love. We love. So listen, I like to jump straight in.
Yeah.
So first, tell us your age or your age range.
Yeah.
And then one thing a girl should know about you before you take on a date.
Yeah, so I'm 33 years old. I'm actually 34 next week.
Okay,
yeah. So it's birthday week for me.
Birthday week, okay.
Probably it starts today, I kind of.
Yeah, celebrate today, boy. Yeah. Come on, do you?
But that wasn't the one thing. The one thing I'm going to choose is I'm a pilot as well.
You're a pilot?
Yeah.
I feel like people, obviously, because, you know, everyone knows you as Mr. Tinder, the most swiped man in the UK. Yeah, I mean, you see the smile, ladies. Like, you can see why. But I don't think they would ever guess that you were a pilot and aviation was your thing.
Big aviation nerd. Yeah, so since I was even like 6 years old, I used to like see the planes. Mum used to take me to America because my birthday's on Independence Day. Mum used to take me on Virgin. You know, you get the little bags and, you know, your little headset, your little toothbrush and all that.
Yes.
And I was a big fan of Virgin, so I used to like cut Virgin pictures out, put them onto papers, write the aircraft type on and stuff. And then I just started plane spotting, joined Air Scouts when I was how old was I? 9 or 10, and then I went to Air Cadets at 13, and then I got a scholarship for the RAF. So
wow, congratulations!
Yeah, it's been a bit of a journey. Yeah.
Okay, so you got to explain to me, how did you go from, you know, young pilot prodigy to the most swiped man in the country? Talk to me about that journey.
I don't know. I just think obviously where I was modeling, I've been signed for 16 years now. So up and down the country, swiping in small villages, also doing TV shows as well. So I was quite recognizable. So I might have had an advantage over other people. So how much? That's my idea of it.
Yeah, cool. So let's just be real. How much do you think the level of social status played into maybe girls kind of swiping on you and being like, yeah, I want to get to know this guy? Yeah,
like honestly, I feel like, quite recognizable. You know, saw me on first date, saw me on Celebs Go Dating, saw me on Pants Off Dance, or saw me on Tighter Two of Us. Like mainstream shows, also modeling campaigns, D Squared, Armani, Gucci. I've done most of the super brands. So like, oh, it's that guy. Let me give him a swipe. Obviously, I've got the personality as well.
Of course.
But I feel like it played a big part of it, to be honest.
Do you feel that any of, you know, any girls that or women that you've met, they try to like, do they feel like, okay, I know he's out doing all this stuff and be recognized? Do you ever feel like anyone try to maybe be like, okay, I want to try and, you know, tie him down a little bit, make him mine. I know you're doing your thing, Stefan, but let every other girl out there that you belong to me. Has that ever happened with you? Yeah,
it does actually. It happens quite often, to be honest. But I put it quite straight that, you know, like I'm quite fussy now, especially like from my previous relationship. So just trying to make sure I find the right one. But obviously it's hard to work out if they actually like you and not the idea of you.
Big
you know
facts,
So it takes a lot of indulgence as well. While I'm there.
How have you found navigating that in terms of recognizing whether a girl likes you for you? Like,
you know what? I feel like, you know, like I have some debates with my friends, like don't buy dinner on the first date and stuff like that. For me, it's like, go halves, you know? Because if you keep dating, like let's say you're on a date every other day, like that racks up, you know?
It does rack up.
Racks up, you know?
It does rack up.
You got your drinks, you got your dinner, you got your travel, you know, it's a good 120. Like you're doing 120 couple of days a week. Do you know what I mean? You're looking at $1,000, like
it's a part-time job.
Do you know
or a part-time investment.
Not saying that I do it, but like for everyone else out there, I feel like it is fair to split the bill. When I was on first dates, you split the bill. Do you know what I mean? And like, obviously, if it's a second date, maybe the man should pay, like, or you know, the dominant one. Like, but I feel like, you split the bill because you like if you end up spending, you know, your money on all these dates, you're gonna be left with nothing. You have to remortgage your house. You know what I mean?
It's like, why are you remortgaging your house? I've just been on too many first dates. That's just what's going on.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Do you get any pushback? Because I can hear the ladies in the comments being like, you know, a guy should pay and stuff and blah, 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 blah. Do you get any pushback from that? Or do you think it's kind of
Not at all. I mean, like, in this modern day of dating, like, I'm not talking about the old fashioned way, you know, like where our mums and dads, they've been with each other. There was no social media. There was no apps. There was no TV. Like now, everyone's so accessible.
Yes.
Like you can just DM someone and go on a date. Do you know what I mean? So like, you've got to protect yourself as well. So I feel like, like go on a date, split the bill. Do you know what I mean? See how it goes from there. If you've got something in common, you've got the chemistry and everything, maybe the second date, whoever asks to go on a date pays, you know, like that's fair. But there has got to be a line somewhere.
I agree.
There's got to be a line somewhere.
For me, the approach I've always taken, I always say this, is the first day I always make a coffee date. And the reason I make a coffee date, one, because, you know, if you go out for dinner, if you realize halfway through the starter, the energy's not matching, you're like, right, I got to sit through the main and the dessert.
Oh my gosh.
But two, at least for me, I'm kind of like, well, I don't know if I want to properly invest in an evening with you. Sure. So if we might go on a coffee date where it's sober, no pressure. And then if things aren't aligning, then it's like, cool, I didn't, you know, we just met for coffee.
There you go. Yeah,
your time not wasted, not mine.
Yeah. Having said that, I might, that's a good idea because I've actually got a black card for Joe and the Juice.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean? So we're going for a quick juice. Yeah, good idea, man.
100%, 100%.
Mind you, I got asked on Instagram the other day, this girl's like, should we meet for a coffee? I was like, all right. She's a ex-model, does some acting. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I'll suggest Joe and the Juice.
I think you should, man. I think because the first date as well, I think I'm not a big drinker personally, so it's just like I don't want to try and I don't want to like get tips on the first date and then do something and be like, did I do that because I really liked her or was I just tipsy and she was looking really good?
Do you
know what I mean? Big facts. But and then I think as well for the girl as well, at least for you, someone in your position, it's like, okay, if she's expecting me to take her out on this fancy stuff, does she like me for me or does she like for what she thinks I can do for her?
Yeah, for sure. That's the balance you got to find. So that's why I'm strict with like not spending too much on a night. I'm generous anyway. You see me on a night out, I'll buy you a bottle. Here's some Prosecco, here's shots, and wake up in the morning like, why did I do that? Like, they didn't even offer me a Coke. You know what I mean? I didn't even get a Fanta. Like, so like, it's the same with dating. I think it should be like a two-way street, especially in this modern day of dating. I mean, the thing is, if you're too keen as well, if you're trying to win someone and you're too keen, that could be a burden to you. So like, it's just keep it balanced and chilled, in my opinion. It's worked for me. Well, I'll has it. Or has it? Yeah.
I mean, man's getting attention out here. Let me ask you something. You must get asked this all the time, but what is it like being known as Mr. Tinder? You know, because Tinder is like the first dating app and it has its positive, negative connotations. The first app that people are swiping on, all of this stuff. What's it being known as that guy? Being known as Mr. Tinder, like the most swiped man, it's a pretty big accolade, to be honest. It's recognized worldwide. So there's a big advantage on that with brands. You know, like going out on excursions around London and stuff, get treated pretty well. But then there's a downside of it, as in like, oh, he's that slag from Tinder. Sure. Or like, who wants to marry Mr. Tinder? Do you know what I mean? So like, I'm in the middle of sort of rebranding at the moment to the Celebrity Love Coach. So more about giving back, helping people, setting up like a dating agency where we help people. That's it really. Nice. When you say dating agency, as in like matchmaking? Or? So we help people with like how to, you know, make their profile look good, how to chat to other people, how to close and open conversations. Okay. We use a bit of AI as well in there just to make sure we perfect things. I was on this morning, I'm talking about it, Fox News and everything like that. So there's a big bit of noise around it as well. Nice. So I'm looking forward to the rebrand. I'll never get away from being Mr. Tinder, but it'd be nice to be looked at as something a bit more professional. Yeah, of course. I guess that's a nice avenue because you're known as, you know, the dating app guy, essentially the most popular guy in that. And then if you're transitioning to, you know, to finding love and finding connection, you know, there's a level of credibility there. Sure. So I'm guessing, like, do you coach men and women? Or? Yeah, both. I mean, most of my clients are men, you know, professionals. You've got lawyers, doctors, solicitors. They just work too hard and they're just a bit unsociable. They're like,
honestly, some of it, I'm not going to disclose any personal information, but some are so eager to just meet someone. There's no chat. I'm like, chill out, have a chat, find out if you like the person. Don't just be like, oh, let's meet up. This one, it sounds a bit needy and desperate too. And it's not their fault. They just don't understand how to communicate with the other sex. So, but yeah, it's a learning curve. And but the success rate is 80%. So
amazing. When you say success rate, is that
like
for the
they
first
come
date
to us, and 80% of the people have got on dates, or they've got girlfriends, or they've got what they wanted from the date.
I hear you. That's so interesting, because most of my clients are women, so I mainly coach women.
Oh, cool. So maybe we can collab here.
Exactly, 100%. This is why we're here, boy. And it's like I do coach a few guys, but I primarily coach women.
Okay, cool.
So in your experience with guys, right, what have you found is the biggest obstacle that they've had when it comes to like trying to find a relationship or find a girlfriend?
I think there's a bit of smoke around Tinder. So most people think, I'll download Tinder, go on a date, and bang, first like bust and dust. That's their chat is like very direct. It's like but actually I found that Tinder works really, really well in terms of finding some of the same hobbies as you. So I explain, like, you need to put, if you like horse riding, put a picture of you horse riding.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Talk about it in your bio. So then you'll attract people that do horse riding. Not you out in a bar drinking 10 tequilas and a cocktail. Do you know what I mean? Talking about that, then you'll attract that. So like, I find it important that people think that it's sort of some sort of slag app, and it's not.
Yes.
If you want to find a wife or a girlfriend on there, you can. But if you want to have a one night stand, you can also do that. But it's just getting their mindset into like looking for like something a bit more special.
100%.
That's in dating apps.
In dating apps, of course. So let's be real in that sense, because there is this hookup connotation, especially with Tinder. Let's say with the guys that you work with, what percentage of them are looking for commitment and marriage, and what percentage of them are looking for more just kind of chilled fun? Let's be real. To be honest with you, most people go on dating apps with the idea of probably not finding a wife or a husband. They go on there for a bit of fun, playing a bit of a game. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes you get lucky and you're like, shit, I really like this person. But I try and change people's mindset, as in go on there, don't mess around. Like, you can mess around, but you be straightforward. Like, if that's what you want, be straightforward to the person. But if you want something more, also like look for that. And come across that when you write. I also say it's like a magazine. When you're swiping along, put your pictures like a magazine, like front cover page. That's the first one. You're gonna open a magazine. The next one should be like So you should set your pictures up like a magazine, and let's speaking of that, let's very much break down what makes a great dating profile. And I'm sure maybe what looks great for guys compared to girls. I definitely want to break into that, because obviously so many people on dating apps. So as a guy, right, and obviously you're the professional, most swiped man on Tinder over here. What makes a dating profile? What makes a guy's dating profile like really good? Really strong.
Well, look, I mean, you got half a second to impress someone. That's the fact. Sounds blunt, but it's true. Half a second. So boom, the first thing you see is a picture.
Yes.
So the first picture, profile picture, should be a nice clear picture of your face. Shouldn't have anyone else in it, because it becomes a game of where's Wally, like, who is it? You know what I mean? You spend like another 2 seconds working out who it is. So clear picture of yourself. Smiling, don't look too serious. You want to show yourself in the best light.
Yes.
And then obviously the next picture, I'll go straight into the hobby. So like for me, it's aviation. So I've got a picture of me flying. So people are like, click. Oh my gosh, he's a pilot. Do you know what I mean? And it also attracts people that are into aviation. So I've matched quite a lot of air hostess and stuff like that, because they relate to aviation. Of course. Anyone in travel. So that works as well. And then the third one, just have different scenarios. Like, you don't want the same pictures. Like, you might show yourself that you like to travel, go on holiday, or whatever your hobbies are. So keep the variation, keep a nice variation on the picture side. Bio, I try not to write a paragraph. Like, it's so off-putting. No one's got time on social media or dating apps to be reading a bloody book. Like, it has to be very sharp, very prompt. Just talking about basic stuff. I put a joke in there and stuff like that. But I keep it very short and snappy. And plus, you want to leave something to talk about. when you actually match. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so you don't want to give too much away. Oh, I'm into politics or I'm in this party. No one wants to know that. Left side, right side. No.
Yes.
Because that's off-putting as well. You should leave that for an open conversation. So yeah, bio is short and prompt.
Yeah, I hear that. And what about a topless photo? Because many people like to put that, especially if you're a guy.
Yeah, if you go gym and you like gym, why not?
Yeah,
guys, like for me, if I got a girl in a bikini, it's nice. Yeah. But also it could let off the wrong message as well. Because as soon as I see a girl in a bikini, my mindset changes. So it's also what you want. Like if a girl's on there putting their bikini and their bum, then you're going to attract people like that.
Yeah.
That's the long and short of it. Yeah. Same with men.
Yeah, 100%. So I want to get to the girls in a minute. So I have a theory, right? And I did this because I had a female friend on my channel. We did like an episode on like swine through dating apps.
All right, yeah.
If a guy's got a topless photo, if it's like the first one, it can be very off-putting for girls because that's the first one.
Yeah.
But if it's like the fourth one, it could be the same photo, but if it's the fourth one, then that seems to read much better. It's almost like it's better when she discovers it.
Yeah. Like obviously she's had to click 4 times for the pictures to get there.
Yes.
So you must be doing something right in the first 3 to get to the 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's so interesting how it's like that little game of like, oh, it could be the same photo, but purely whether it's first or fifth.
Sure. Yeah.
Can like really change someone's perception.
It makes sense. Like I said, the first one is the first picture you see is what makes someone like you or not. Because it sounds blunt, but you got half a second to impress someone.
Yeah.
Half a second. So that needs to be prominent. Picture of you, clear, in your best light.
Yeah.
Then the next one, I normally say to my clients and myself, hobby.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If you like go-karting, put yourself go-karting. If you like picking carrots, you know, put yourself picking pumpkins in the field, whatever.
Yeah.
And then obviously like, I mean, it's nice to show sometimes you got friends.
Yeah.
Like maybe that's the last one, you know, show you and your friends bike riding or something cool, like a group activity, just so you don't look like a loner.
Yeah.
And it's also nice that people can verify that you have friends and you're not some sort of catfish.
True.
You know what I mean?
So true.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's talk about the girl's profile.
Yeah.
Right. What is the archetype profile of a girl that you look at and you go, oh, this is somebody who maybe I could get to know on a deeper level, etc. And then the archetype of a girl's profile that you're like, this is probably just going to be a bit of fun. Like, she's looking good, but I'm probably not going to take it seriously.
Yeah, so for me, like obviously again, it's got to be a striking profile picture, not one like in a bikini or something, because that's going to give me the wrong impression.
Yes.
Like a bit of fun.
Yeah.
And then obviously the ones that you know, go down nicely and sit with me are the ones where like not like just like a top headshot, not like giving away too much. Yeah. Like professional, look like a nice smile, whatever. But yeah, as soon as it comes into bikini pictures and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, that's a bit of fun. I mean, I might have a nice body and stuff, but still in my head, I'm like you don't want your wife putting a bikini out and showing the world that she's got a nice body. It's like very sexual.
Is it a bit like you know how we talked about the guy's topless photo thing? Is it a bit like that? As in, if that's like the 4th or 5th one, and it's like the only one where maybe she's on holiday, does that make a difference?
But why can't you just put a picture of yourself in the gym, like, you know what I mean, like in leggings or something? Why do you have to like have skin on show, like on a dating app?
Interesting.
Like if you're giving that away, like there's nothing wrong with it.
No, I hear you.
But like if you're giving that away, you can't expect to find a long-term partner from it. Yeah, like, in my eyes.
I hear that. I think so. For me, I think with dating apps, I think one thing that helps people, they show obviously first one is like clear shot of their face. Yeah, you know, high quality photo, great.
Yeah,
but a lot of people want to see the body what they're working with. Yeah. Because a lot of the time, if you see someone's profile and it's just face, you're like, they've got something to hide with their body.
Yeah, 100%.
So how can you tell with a girl? I guess
like I said again, gym wear, like you can put, like you're doing sports, put yourself in sports outwear, like bikini, like, or your underwear, like it's like you're just asking for trouble.
Yeah, if that's
but
true.
some people want trouble. Yeah, that's the thing.
True.
Like some people like playing with trouble.
It's true.
Like there was a meme. There's a meme about red flags, and it's like, but some people like to play with red flags.
Yeah, it's true, man.
Like,
it's true.
I was just cracking up at this meme.
I mean, if you like to play with red flags, then you can't complain if you're not getting what you want.
There you go, exactly. Yeah, that's what it is.
What's the like craziest Tinder date you've ever been on?
Craziest Tinder date? I think there was one when I so basically you can move your passport around, can't you?
What do you mean?
So you pay like Tinder Plus. This was even before I became Mr. Tinder.
Okay.
So you move your passport, you pay $9.99 a month, I think it was at the time.
Yeah.
and it allows you to move your pin around anywhere in the world.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So I was going on holiday to Marbella.
Yes.
I put my pin in Marbella like 2 weeks before I got there.
Yeah, of course.
Started swiping, and then I swiped a police officer girl. Like, yeah. Okay. So when I got there, we started dating. We was friends for a few years after, but we had a lot of fun. So that was kind of the craziest thing I've done on Tinder. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. You still friends with her to this day?
Yeah, she's getting married. Yeah.
You go to the wedding?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't asked. She might arrest me.
Yeah. I love that. How would you feel about how do you feel about being friends with like ex-flings? Like what's that line for you?
Yeah, do you know what? Like I've got a lot of girl mates, but like if there's this thing, like when men have best friends, even the other way around, when women have male best friends, and they, if I get with a girl and I say like I've got a best friend that's a male, I'll be like, have you got with them? Was there someone loving? And the ones that go no are lying. They're lying. Like you can't have a friend opposite sex and there's no love interest, so you haven't got with them. Like all my girl best mates, we've either like had a love interest at school or we've kissed or something. Like all of them, yeah.
See, I disagree, man.
You disagree?
So okay, what I say is this: I think you can't be friends with girls you've had something with.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So what I mean is this: when I say, I think there's different levels. So when I say friend, as in like, I'm not going to be hanging out with them. I'm not going to invite them over, to hang out 1-to-1.
Right.
But
why though?
Because if I'm like dating someone, and then there's someone that I've got history with, and they're in my circles, it's like, I think it's different if we started as friends and then something happened and then we became friends. But if it started as us hooking up and then we become friends that way,
to be fair, most of mine were friends. Then something happened, now we're friends again. But having said that, there's so many girls that have guy best mates and they will hang out with them at their house, sleep over on their couch. But they're telling me that nothing's happened, and then I dig in, and then there's always something that comes out. I'm like, why didn't you just say that?
I agree.
Do you know what I mean? Like about at least 89% of the time they've got with them.
I think so. I do have like a close female friend. I do have female friends, right? But nothing's happened and nothing would ever happen. Right. I think for most women though, I think the guy best friend of theirs is usually the guy who wanted something to happen, but it just never happened. She's not interested. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, in some cases, but there was still a love interest, and this is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, even if it was from him to interest.
Her. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But some girls are so naive.
They're not. They know.
They know.
Oh,
they know.
They know.
They act naive, though.
They act naive. Women are so good at picking up subtle cues. They act naive.
You're not naive. Like, did you see that guy who's literally having sex with you through your eyes? You didn't know. No, he's just my mate. What do you mean? I saw him you cuddled and touched your bum.
Oh,
what? No.
No, okay, that's too much. But you know why they play naive though? Do you know what?
No, why? Why would you say?
Well, because she benefits from the investment that he gives her, whether it's attention, whether it's someone to listen to, whether it's favors. She benefits from that attention and that what he gives her, right? Without her having to give the physical thing of what he actually wants.
Right.
If she acknowledges the fact that he's actually into her, which she does know, 99% of women know, right? Of
course.
Then it makes her look bad because then it looks like she's using him.
Right. Okay. Makes sense.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
It's like a guy you've been friends with benefits with a girl, right?
Makes sense,
and then if someone's just like, oh, she really wants you more. Nah, she doesn't. But she does.
Yeah.
But you can't acknowledge it because it's like, oh, so you're just going to continue using her knowing that she wants more.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I think it's the same thing.
I've never really looked at it in that light, but yeah.
I wouldn't be friends with girls that I would be attracted to. I'll be honest with you.
You wouldn't?
No.
Oh my gosh. See, that's the thing as well. Like, there's been
not that they're not attractive.
Yeah.
but that I'm not attracted to.
Makes sense. But then personality sometimes is attractive.
I agree. I agree.
You know what I mean? You can't just be like, oh yeah, she's good looking. Like some girls are really attractive because they're clever. They invest time to you. They really care. They know more about you than you know yourself. And that becomes attractive. You know
I agree. But I think I think especially for guys though, we're quite visual creatures compared to women. So I think, of course, somebody who's a friend is because their personality is attractive to you. Yeah. But the reason they're a friend is because there's not that physical attraction. Otherwise, that's a relationship.
Yeah.
Man's over here.
Say nothing.
He's having sex with all his female friends.
Say nothing.
Have you ever been with a girl that knows the girls around you like you?
Yeah, well, obviously.
Like every day. Every day.
Of course, it's quite hard, like, especially being in the media, like, it's like, oh, Mr. Tinder, oh, Mr. Tinder this. Oh, even the comments on, like, social media, do you know what I mean? Like my exes, that's like, they met me like that. And then it became a problem. I'm like, you met me like this. Like, it don't mean anything's changed. I'm just nice. I get a lot of female attention and male attention. I respond to them because that's part of my job. Right. Do you know what I mean? I've got to respond. Social media is about interacting. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not just going to, I don't like people that have social media and just like let people write. No, you've got to write back. That's the whole point of social media. Otherwise, it's not called social media. It's not social, is it?
I hear that. Do you feel like you have to do extra work to reassure the person you're with?
Oh, all the time. And it gets quite annoying. Okay. It's like, delete your Instagram. Why am I going to delete my Instagram? Are you mad? Delete my Instagram.
Girls
How about
ask
I delete you?
Yeah. Wait, girls have asked you to delete your Instagram?
Yeah, delete. Oh, can you like put your thing on private and all this? I'm like, are you insecure? Then they go, I'm a narcissist. They end up saying, oh, anyway, I'm not going to go into this one. But
go into it if you want.
Yeah, it's crazy. No. I just like, this is one ex. I don't want to talk about it.
I hear you. I hear you. Interesting, because I think the common narrative we often hear is guys asking girls to like make their social media private for them to delete it, especially if she's very out there.
I've done that once, but in the positive light, because there was a lot of press going around and there was a lot of weird guys adding her from the press. So I said, like, can you just put it on private for like a month or something while it calms down?
Yeah.
No, this. And funny enough, when we broke up, she put her account on private. I was like, all right.
Why do you think she did that after you broke up?
I have no idea. I thought it was really weird. And also, she kept following all my mates. I was like, that's so weird. Like, why are you following my mates? Like, if you break up with me, you break up like,
with my friendship
group.
You
block me, block everyone. Like, don't talk to my mates. Anyway. This is one of my issues.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. Did you did any of your friends still?
Yeah, they talked to her like, yeah, man. Like, I lost quite a lot of friends because she's slagging me off and all this stuff. Wow. Do you know what I mean? Went to that extreme. Yeah. You know, like talking to my group about me. Yes. So I've got her family having a go at me, my family having a go at me, my friends, and I can't talk to her mates. They've all blocked me.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
I can't talk to any of her mates.
She did a whole coup d'etat on your life.
So she cleaned up on me, man.
Damn.
Yeah.
How did you handle that, man?
Not very well. Yeah. Not very well, but went to the gym quite a lot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I went out quite a lot, lots of dinners and drinks.
Because my bank account was suffering, but I needed it.
Yeah. I got a Harley Davidson, opened that up.
Okay.
Yeah, just little things like that really. Went away, done a bit of work away and a bit of partying as well. Yeah, it was hard. Just having like the friendship group like sort of disappear. They would come back slowly though. But it's just like having to tell everyone that's not true. It's like, why would you believe that person and not your friend? Yeah. You know what I mean? So like you spend half the time trying to get your friends back. Yeah. Ridiculous. I'm like, if you see me, my friend's my friend. I've got loyalties to them. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, how do your friends have loyalty? I don't understand how my friends have loyalties to my ex.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
That's mad. That's mad.
Do you feel like, in the position that you're at, and obviously you've got this profile, right? This public profile. Do you find it harder to make genuine friends as well? Do you feel like people are friends with you for the association as opposed to maybe who you are? So you do. I do know like there is a handful of actual genuine friends. Yeah. But obviously in my circle, I've got a lot of friends that are in the limelight themselves. So I find, going around with them it's natural for me. So people are like, why? How do you have friends? But I'm like, we do the same thing. Yeah. So it's natural. It's not like I'm begging it to be their friends. We naturally have the same things to talk about. We go through the same routes of life. Do you know what I mean? Like plus we grew up together. Most of my friends on TV, we've been friends since 1920. We've either modeled somewhere in Abercrombie and Fitch or done some TV show. Like we've naturally grown up together. Yes. So it's quite natural. And just coincidentally that one goes on TV like a few years later. It's like a little circle really. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. you don't have to talk about this if you don't want to, but you've been quite open before in terms of you suffering with anxiety and through depression, etc.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, a lot of people would look at you, be like, good looking guy, seems like had a great career in a really nice position. Yeah. Yet we're all human. You can still, you know, go through those challenges.
No, of course. Yeah.
How was that for you? What was your journey into that and then coming out of that? What was that like?
Sure. I feel like, organization was a big part to play. Obviously, like my life's quite fast as well. So yeah, I feel like I was getting tired quite a lot, not eating properly, having so much stress going on, like with work. Obviously, I don't get paid like a normal person on 9 to 5. Yeah. So I've got to always be thinking 5 steps ahead. Yes. Like, how am I going to pay for this? How's that next month looking? And also I've got dreams. So like, it just gets so stressful. So sometimes you need to take a step back. Yeah. And it's nice when you got a partner to do it with. Yeah. So I always get like a bit of anxiety when I'm single. And like I said, you know, when all your friends go away from your circle as well, it gives me a bit of anxiety. But yeah, I've learned how to deal with it in my own way. So that's cool. And it's one of those things. I think everyone has a little bit slight of anxiety. It's just how you deal with it as well. Course. And obviously the more you do in life, the more stress you get and the more anxiety it causes.
Yeah, of course. I know you're Mr. Tinder, but have you tried other dating apps?
Yeah, I have actually. Yeah. So Hinge doesn't work for me.
Really? That seems to be the one everybody uses.
I know, but it don't work for me. I've not matched one person on Hinge.
Whoa. Hold on.
I swear.
You're telling me Mr. Tinder himself isn't matching on Hinge?
It don't.
Maybe they're doing it on purpose against you.
They blocked my algorithm or something.
Hinge just like, fuck you, Mr. Tinder.
Yeah. Ray
you could have been Mr. Hinge, but
Ray won't accept me either. Yeah, they're haters. Yeah, Raya are haters.
Why?
Well. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they want Mr. Tinder and Raya.
Oh my days.
But it's like, so many of my girl mates are like, yeah, this guy's famous. Like, what's he do? He's like a producer that no one's heard of. I'm like, so people think there's celebrities on there.
Yes.
But it's not really celebrities. I think it's this high caliber of people. Yeah. But yeah, Hinge, I worked out Hinge works by your mutuals. It matches you with your mutual friends. Do you know that? That's why everyone thinks, oh my gosh, that person looks so nice, because you might have seen them before, or I don't know, but yeah, their algorithms work by mutual friends. So everyone you match is a mutual friend. They know. Have you noticed? It's like, oh yeah, I know this person.
I'm in a relationship, but before, that actually makes sense. Because there are a few people who are like dated from Hinge.
Yeah, they know a friend of a friend.
Oh, they know a friend.
Yeah, right. That's how it works. It matches you for your mutuals. It's scary.
But how do they know if you're mutual?
I don't know. I think it's through Facebook or Insta or something. They use some algorithm to match you with mutual. Most people think people's mutuals are more attractive, sadly. Yeah, and then the whole point of it is to delete the app. So it's like, you meet, they match you with a mutual, and then you delete the app. That's their USP.
That's their slogan. What about Bumble?
Bumble, owned by the owner of Tinder.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, just get the girls to talk first. So yeah, they had a falling out, and then she was like, okay, cool, go and do it again.
wait, as in who had a falling out?
So the woman who owned Tinder, she was co-owned. Yeah, fell out with her business partner. Oh. Then she went and made Bumble. Right. Which is basically the same app, but the girls speak first.
The girls speak first.
So it works for me as well, but you know, I try not to be too available. Yeah. Yeah, so I haven't got Bumble. Yeah. I've literally got Tinder. Use it mostly for marketing. And Hinge doesn't work for me. But I find Instagram works the best for me, to be honest.
I was gonna say, I feel like
Instagram's the best dating app at the moment.
I feel like Instagram is the biggest dating app right now, because you know what I mean?
Tinder doesn't really work for me either, because people know I'm Mr. Tinder, so it actually doesn't generally work for me.
Do people think your profile is fake?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
I didn't feel it. Like sometimes I'd match someone, but it's more like chat. Like it's not like they're like, oh, so blah blah. It's like, it's just like Mr. Tinder talk. Okay. Yeah, so it doesn't really work for me.
If you're loving this episode and these kinds of conversations, then I want to give you something. We recently launched the Kits Angels community. This is a sisterhood for women who are tired of what the dating scene has given them and are ready to take their love lives to the next level. It's a space for you as a woman to not be alone in your journey to love, where we learn, talk, and share our experiences as part of a strong sisterhood, with some leadership and guidance from yours truly, of course. Not to mention never before seen videos from me on how I've led dozens of women to meeting great men. And so as a thank you for watching this episode, I'm giving you a month's membership completely complimentary on me. Just click the Kits Angels link below, and when you join the group, message me the code phrase Angels Podcast and I will pay for your membership. Now back to the episode.
So when it comes to Instagram, how do you use Instagram in regards to that?
Yeah, Instagram. So like I said, I've got asked out for coffee. Yeah. So I get loads of messages like that. Got a couple of Love Island girls that slide into my DMs. Like they're sliding into my DMs. I'm like, all right.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. I think a Love Island girl would be a good match actually.
Yeah, why do you say that?
Just like, I don't know though. It's like, they're quite young and they've just come off the show. So I'm like, I'm a bit more serious. I'm like ready to settle down. They're still like buzzing around off Love Island. Do they generally want love, or they're just enjoying the buzz? I've been there, done that.
Yeah. So, but does that mean they're a good match though? Because if you're kind of looking for something serious and they're still looking to kind of.
So why I say that is because obviously from what I do in my business, it kind of works well.
What
do you know what I mean? Like being on a dating show and I'm dating expert.
I see. Like kind of the brand.
Yeah, the brand. It works well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just finding a genuine one that we get some and we can like build something together. I think that'd be quite cool.
Yeah, I hear that. Would you ever choose someone who is a completely unknown, private Sally?
Oh, 100%. So like, most of my exes have been like nurses, just normal office girls or whatever. Yeah. But got on like a house on fire. Yeah. And it worked. Don't want to be in the limelight, you know what I mean? Private life, away from the media and the press.
Yes.
But then there's always this little thing. Are you hiding me? Are you hiding me? Yeah, I'm not hiding you. We're having a private life. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You asked for private, I'm giving you private.
You don't put me on your Instagram or why do we never get paps together? I'm like, we decided to have a private life. Like, do you know what I mean? It would have been completely different if it were public. But and every now and again I'll put them on the third picture. On a carousel, do you know what I mean? With no tags, but do you know what I mean? Just to show I'm not hiding you, I'm just not exposing you. That's the difference.
Okay, I have to ask you, Stefan. Yeah, is there an element of you seeming single?
Yeah, that
plays into the brand.
Well, yeah, Mr. Tinder, but dating expert, no. Because obviously people are like, how are you advising me and you're single? Do you know what I mean? But what they don't know is most of the time I had a girlfriend.
Okay. You know what I mean? So do you tell them that privately or no?
Yeah, I mean, if someone asks me, I'll be like, I even write in the press when I do an interview, I say I've got a girlfriend. I'm single now.
Yeah.
But funny enough, I've done an interview since I've been single. So I haven't been able to say. Actually, there's been quite a lot of press recently.
Okay, in regards to
being single,
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on.
No, that's cool. I just dug myself a hole there.
Okay. Well, I feel like I've been asking you a lot. Is there anything you want to ask or talk about, bring to conversation today?
Yeah, to you.
Yeah, if you want, because I've been asking you a lot. So
I just wanted to know. So you said you coach girls. What's the biggest sort of problem you have with coaching girls? Like which step? Sorry, let me rephrase that. What's the biggest problem they have in matching someone?
Yeah, so
what's the biggest one?
Mainly for the women, matching someone and getting a date is fine. It's mainly getting the commitment, getting the serious investment.
Right.
I feel like and you can tell me, I feel like for guys, the hardest part is getting the opportunity with women. Yeah. Many women get plenty of opportunity, but they don't get the serious commitment from the guy.
Right, okay.
And so generally a lot of the work that I do with the women who I coach is about dating in a way that leads to relationship, investment.
Right, makes sense.
That leads to the commitment. That's usually the biggest obstacle.
Makes sense. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And so must be quite hard, sort of like that's the other party giving commitment. So what kind of advice do you give to a girl to gain that investment that they need? Like, what does it take?
Yeah, it's a good question. Good question.
Because I know what it'd take a girl to get my investment, so I want to hear what you'd say.
Okay, cool. Let's see if it lines up and you can tell me what yours is. Yeah. So I would say So first thing is that I always encourage them to not sleep with a guy on the first date.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that'll kill me.
And I know guys don't like that.
Oh no.
But it is true because, okay, the way I explain it is this, right? When you go to the cinema, right, you go watch a film.
Which is the worst date, by the way.
This is the worst date. Yeah, because you can't talk. You're just watching a film, right? Yeah. But when you go to the cinema, right, you know they usually have trailers, right? If they put trailers at the end of the film, would anyone see them?
Yeah.
Would they?
They do that sometimes.
Yeah,
you know,
but
like
would they though?
BTS stuff.
Oh, no, but not about the film, like trailers of other films.
Nah, do you know what? They start doing that recently, you know?
Trailers of other films?
So like Universal will put their next film that's come out in a week, like at the end. They do that.
The film, really?
But that might be just premieres, actually.
Okay, I think that's premieres.
It might be premieres,
premieres.
Yeah.
But generally people don't.
Okay, cool.
Like, because people aren't staying past the credits to then watch trailers of other films.
Sure.
They put the trailers before the film starts.
Okay, cool.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's because we are most engaged in the moments prior to getting what we want.
Right, okay.
So, because what happens is you go to the cinema, you watch the trailers, and you go, oh, that film looks good. When that comes out, I'll come back to cinema, right? Then you watch your film and you go home. So when you come back to cinema to watch from a trailer, you're reinvesting.
Right, okay.
Right?
Makes sense.
That reinvesting is what builds the relationship.
Oh, okay.
So for women, the way I describe it is the guy takes an interest in you because he's physically attracted to you. That's the film. The emotional intimacy is the trailers before the film.
Right.
Because it's like saying, oh, if you put your trailers at the end of the film, it's like, what you're like saying, oh, why aren't people staying to watch that? It's because they only came to watch the film, then they're going to go home.
Right, okay.
So it's about creating the space for the emotional intimacy to form.
Yeah, but
as you build the physical intimacy.
Yeah, but can I just say, so if you're watching the trailer and then you watch the main film, you're already getting the film that day. Yeah,
but the difference is
you're already getting the full film. You're coming back to see the trailer. You're coming back you're revisiting the cinema to see the trailer happen just before the main activity.
No, I hear that.
Yeah.
But if you watched the film and you didn't see the trailer, you wouldn't come back to the cinema.
Oh my gosh, I'm dead.
I know what you're saying, because as a guy, this doesn't play to guys' ears, right? Because we want it on the first date.
Yeah. Well, not always. I mean, it's quite a mutual thing. But for me, if we've got the chemistries going on, you know, we've had a sick night, you know, we're both looking trim. You've got smizing. You're on the sofa and you give a cuddle. Like, no, you can't. I mean, if
I wouldn't say go back to his house though.
Tease.
Yeah, but I would say don't go back to his house on the first date. No. Let me ask you a question.
What if it's late?
Huh?
At night.
You can walk into a door. Remember, I'm coaching the women here. If I was coaching the guy, I'd be saying something different.
All right, cool.
But this is to help women get what they want.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You go on 10 dates, right? All beautiful women.
Yeah.
Right? All lovely women.
Yeah.
9 of those dates have drinks, get tipsy, come back to yours, you sleep together.
Yeah.
1 out of the 10 goes, Stefan, as tempting as that is, I really like you, but I'd really like to continue this another time. Are you telling me
why are you playing games?
You think that's games?
I've like, why are you playing games? It's like, you want it as much as I do. We've had such a good time. The chemistry's there. Why play a game?
It's not a game. It's exercise and discipline.
Oh, exercise and discipline.
Exercise and discipline. Because the thing is, you're going to be like,
yes.
If that's the only one out of the 10 that does that, immediately you're going to start seeing her a little bit differently already.
Yeah.
Now, that's not saying she might not be the one that you end up choosing.
But can I just say something to you?
Go for it.
You already know, like, if it's going to be a fling, a one night stand, or a serious relationship. From the time you meet that person, you already both secretly know, oh, this is going to be a bit of fun, or do you know what? Because you know by the chat, you just know, is it a quick or is it a long? You know. You already know.
I think there's 3 categories that guys put girls in.
Yeah.
Category is just fun.
Yeah.
Something that is kind of on the fence. And then one that's like, this is, right? And then this is going to be serious.
Yeah, for sure.
If a girl goes into category where a guy just knows it's going to be fun, there's nothing she can really do about that.
No.
If she goes in a category where it could go either way, this is where her dating in a way can make or break the relationship.
Yeah.
And then there's one girl that you're like, we all know that girl where it's like, look, I know if I'm going to date you, I know it's going to be a serious thing. I know you're not messing around like that.
Yeah.
Now, I think for a lot of women, don't come across as that girl straight away. They're in the middle bracket of like, it could go either way. I've been surprised
quite a few times, actually.
Yeah, exactly. The next thing I would say that helps a girl, and you can tell me what you think about this, is adding value to his life outside of the sex.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Because I think it's not their fault, but I think a lot of women think, oh, if I spend time with him and have sex with him, that's going to make him commit to me. It's like, nah, because every girl does that.
Yeah.
It's like, are you a place of peace for him? When you're at his house, do you help, maybe clear up?
Yeah.
Do you offer to cook?
I was going to say this to you as well, like, it's so important.
100%. How about you? Like, what makes you commit to a girl?
Yeah, like, do you know what? I was actually going to say the same thing. So like, remembering what we conversated about, like times like, like something like, oh, it's your birthday next week. I'm like, how do you remember that? I said this to you once after like 4 drinks. How do you remember it's my birthday next week? Did you write it down?
Yeah.
So anyway, stuff like that make me like, okay, she remembers stuff. Remembers my mum's name and what she does for a living and, when my last holiday was and my favorite holiday destination. Comes around, wants to help. Oh, let me do the dishes for you, or let me hoover, let me put.
Or you've got dry cleaning. She's like, let me do that for you.
Yeah, let me put this, get the throws on the sofa and do it their way, like stuff like that. It's nice. Like,
she like brings you a candle. It's like, I just thought you'd like a nice scent
little
for your
gifts,
room.
like thoughtful gifts. Like they remembered what my favorite drink was. Brings me a Purdy's. I said that once. How do you remember I like a Purdy's? There you go. I just thought I'd bring you a Purdy's. Like, it costs £2, but that £2 is something that would make someone.
And this is what, ladies, you heard it from the man himself. And this is what I'm saying. I think some women, they think, well, as long as I rock his socks off in the bedroom, he'll be mine.
Nah.
And it's like, he'll have a fun time.
Yeah.
But you're just another person who can do that.
For sure.
Do you know 100%. What I mean? So adding the value. And the last thing I would say, you're not going to like this,
Good.
is she needs to spend as much non-sexual time with him as much sexual time.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with that.
So like if every day is just a Netflix and chill day, that you're heading to the casual zone.
Yeah, it gets boring, yeah.
But like, maybe there's one time you'd go around his and then maybe you meet for lunch, then you go separate ways. Then maybe he cooks you dinner. And then after that, maybe another day you go for a walk or
100%,
something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Yeah, because I think with that, it's like, okay, you're building the physical intimacy.
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah.
With the emotional intimacy.
100%, I agree with you. Yeah. I actually agree with you on that one.
Okay, come on, we'll take it.
I probably shocked you.
We'll take it.
No, because I'm sometimes girls want to sleep with me, and I'm like, I've actually got discipline that to be like, nah. Okay. No, I actually don't, because I don't want to give the wrong impression as well. I'm like, I like you, but I don't want to sleep with you. Like,
do you think you sleep with
I get this. I get like this sometimes. Yeah. It feels quite nice as well to be able to tell a woman no. It's like power. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, I have 2 questions.
But then they go crazy on me. Yeah, they go crazy.
I was literally about to say, like,
they go crazy.
What's your experience with that?
Yeah, crazy. So like, I've got to be careful. I'm like, I'm not free today. no, I'm like, I'm not free today. Or next week.
Bro,
I'm not even being rude or anything. It's just like, so when you have that matter of power, I think it actually drives them crazy.
I'll be honest,
because there's not many men that will say no.
I've had that exact experience where like times I've said no.
Yeah.
I'm just being completely real.
Yeah.
The more attractive she is, if I say no, the crazier she is.
Oh wow.
She can't handle rejection because they're not used to it.
Yeah, they're not.
But I've had a girl, and this was a girl from Hinge. I've had a girl be like, if you don't have sex with me tonight, I will never see you again.
Oh wow. Disgusting.
That's
like, disgusting behavior.
I was like, you're going to try and blackmail me.
Wow.
So I had sex with her. But the point is, no, I'm joking. I did. But 100%.
Oh, good.
I was in a different space then.
Yeah, good.
But yeah, it's actually mad how, because I think, because girls, especially if they're really attractive, they're not used to sexual rejection.
Sure.
As guys, try and tribulations as we become a man and trying to understand women, like, it happens. We get rejected, right? So we know how to handle that easier.
Yeah.
But if they're not used to it, it's like such an offense for them.
They don't take it very
And sometimes it may not even be about them. It's just like, it may just be about you. Like you said, you don't know.
Sure. Like sometimes you just want to take it easy.
When you say,
tired. I'm just tired sometimes.
You're just tired.
I just want to chill. Like, stop. I don't want to do anything. Just allow me, man.
Yeah, just read me a book, babe.
Allow me,
just read me a book.
Give me a massage, maybe. You know what I mean?
100%. Right, I did that value. Because I don't have sex. You're like, nah, but you can.
It's crazy.
So when you say you don't want to give the wrong impression, what impression do you mean by that?
Because like some girls are like, right, I own you now. Do you know what I mean? If they think they can get you every time, like, I own you now, calling you up, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, we're just chilling. Like, we're not boyfriend and girlfriend yet.
Yes.
But obviously, if I give them what they want as well, then it becomes a game of like, I own him now. Like, why are you doing this? Why are you posting that? Like, no, let's not start with this business. Well, just because I said, let's have sex. So like, that's what I mean.
Interesting. And how long?
But obviously, when you got a girlfriend, it's a complete different conversation.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
But it's like finding out what girl's right for you. Like I said, I don't want to rush into any relationship anymore. I'm so vigilant of who I spend my energy time with and who I give my life to. Yeah, because it weren't a waste, but it's like 2 or 3 years of my life, like, disappeared. Do you know what I mean? So I'm definitely not going down that road again.
I hear you. What's one thing you look for in a woman now that you didn't look for before?
Just some trust, loyalty. Got to be caring, and I like a girl that actually has a career, like, or has some sort of motivation, drive for something. Like, not just like, it's important, because otherwise it just sucks your energy. You know, I like to help people a lot as well. So I spend half my time helping them than them helping me or building something together. Yes. So it's important that they've got their own path, their own flight path. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Let me see. What's one thing that makes you open up to a woman about how you're feeling? What makes you open up to a girl? Because I think that's something that girls always ask.
Yeah, so I found it really hard, especially being a Cancerian. Apparently, like, we keep it inside and stuff. I think men in general do. But when I went on this show 2 years ago called Written in the Stars, it's basically Love Island, but with astrology. And you've got 3 astrologers on the show, and it's 24-hour filming. And they actually tell you, like, why you done this. They pick up bits from the past and like your childhood, and they'll be like, you did this. And they actually help you build as a person. One of the things that I found hard was talking how I felt. So they made me talk to get my match, like how I felt on camera. So it was the hardest thing at the time to do, but now in real life, I do it easy. Like, I'll do it easy. Like,
so are you just more
I'm
open
so
now?
open. I'm just open book. It's better. I express good things, bad things, what I'm annoyed about, what, you know, positive, negatives, everything. Like, I can actually talk now. Like, it's good. Like, and girls like it. They're like, oh, you communicate.
You know what I mean?
100%. It's good.
What would you say to guys who feel that they struggle to trust a girl with that vulnerable side of themselves? What would you say to them to how to move forward with that? Yeah,
it's a hard one, actually, because I'm still like that. Like, if I've done bad things in the past, I always reflect it on someone else.
Sure.
But it's just one of those things that communicating is important. Like, when you have that matter of trust with someone, you can communicate, and you know they're communicating back. Whether it's a stupid thing and you're communicating, like, you can talk about it and they won't look down on you. That's a nice thing to have. So communication is key for me.
100%. Almost like you sharing something and seeing how she reacts is almost a way to vet her.
Not vulnerability. It's just more like growing, like building something. Yeah.
I get that. You ready for a red flag, green flag game?
Bro, let's go.
Let's do it. Okay. So, red flag or green flag? A girl who suggests a fancy restaurant for a first date.
It's both, isn't it? Really.
Red and green?
It's amber.
Amber flag?
It's amber, man.
Why is it positive and negative?
Do you know what? I went to Sexy Fish the other day with a girl that I think's really hot. And we used to work in Harrods together, like 10 years ago. This was meant to be a business meeting. But then she was like, oh, can we eat Sexy Fish for 7? I was like, all right, cool. Anyway, about half an hour, I was there half an hour early for once.
Okay.
And then she texted me and said, oh, by the way, my business partner's coming as well. I'm like, I thought this was like a business date kind of. Anyway, so that was okay because I knew her for a long time.
Right.
And the first thing she done was like, can I get you around a drink? Can I get you a drink? I was like, all right, cool. So then I ended up being Mr. Nice and buying the rest.
Oh, yeah. That's why she did it. She knew what she was doing.
Yeah, she knew. And then her friend was like, very pretty girl as well. Her friend was like, oh, we started talking about splitting bills on dates. I was like, oh, here we go. Is this a date or is it a business meeting? So I was
for two between.
of them. For two. Yeah, I was like, we're splitting this 100%.
Yeah, no, they didn't expect to pay for them, did they?
Yeah, we split it. It was like 100 quid each.
Okay, damn.
Sexy fish price. But yeah. So, but I mean, if you meet someone off Hinge, Tinder or whatever, and you go sexy fish, I think that's a bit much.
It's a bit much for the first
£17 a drink.
Yeah, that's...
So one round is like nearly £35.
Yeah, that's a meal somewhere else.
Do you know what I mean? that's 2 drinks.
Yeah.
And then you need to get another drink after that. Mm-hmm. So you're already on 70 quid, just for 4 drinks.
Just for drinks, not even the bread.
That's a treat in my eyes. That's a treat. Like you go there if it's a treat. Like that's ridiculous on the first date.
I agree. Next one. A girl who wants to text you all day, every day.
Oh my gosh. But it's a green flag.
Okay, cool.
She shows commitment. She shows that she likes you.
Intention.
I mean, if you don't like it, then maybe you need to communicate a little bit more and be like, don't give the wrong impression to her in the first place.
Exactly.
But yeah, I feel like that's quite cute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
hear that.
It's nice. Yeah, it's nice when you're single. I've got a couple of girl mates that text me a lot, tell me how they're doing, checking how I am, and checking in at different times of the day. I think that's nice. Green flag. It shows that they care for you. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I hear that. She sleeps with you on the first date.
Green flag.
Red flag, guys. Red flag.
Green flag. Of course it's a green flag. I mean, obviously, like, you as a man, you know whether it's a short-term thing or a long-term thing anyway.
Right.
So, like, for me, if the chemistry is there, you got vibes in, you know what I mean? You've had a nice meal, you've had drinks, you know what I mean? Like, you've got the conversations flowing.
Yeah.
Why? You had a little kiss, you can feel the butterflies. Why not? Like, if you both have the same thing, don't hold off.
Listen.
Because then it becomes a game.
Not a game. Like, I know that.
And also, if you have that feeling, you're going to have it again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Listen, I'm thinking, here's the thing. I have 2 younger sisters. And I'm like, it's not saying if you sleep with a guy on the first date, that's definitely going to write you off.
Yeah.
But I don't think it serves him. I don't think it does. I know it serves the guy's interest for sure.
Yeah.
But I hear you. Okay, green flag. I hear you.
No, it is, man.
Next one.
It's like, is there a reason why you don't want to sleep with me after all of that chemistry? We've kissed.
Because she doesn't know you. She's only met you once.
But you've kissed.
That qualifies you being in her body
now. You're already out. You're in each other's space.
Let's say you're not in each other's house.
But like, if you don't get there, if it's not natural, then then it'll be. You don't force it. What I'm saying when I say green, I'm not saying I need to sleep. Sometimes you just don't feel like it, or the chemistry's not there. Maybe it will take another 2, 3, 4 days. Yeah. But sometimes, everything's flowing. Like. And then you got this girl going, I don't sleep with guys on the first date.
I don't think she should say that.
I'm like, why have you just said that? Like, you're playing a game now.
I agree. I don't think a woman should verbalize that. I think she should just not go to his house.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing.
That's what I would say.
No, I agree with that.
I think like
if you don't feel that way, then definitely
don't go to his house.
100%. 100%. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah. I think if she goes to his house, but then she's
then
like,
you're already
then that looks like she's getting played.
Of course. Yeah.
I agree.
100%.
I agree with that. Yeah. I agree with that. Next one. She's only ever slept with one person.
Red flag.
That's a red flag.
That's a red flag.
Most guys have said green flag when I asked them that. Why is that a red flag?
Nah, if a girl goes, I've slept with one person, and I'm 34 next week. So if I come across a girl 30 says I've slept with one person, I think it's a red flag.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's a red flag.
Most guys would
Most
prefer
girls
that.
lie so much. Like, they ask me, what's your body count? I tell them, they're like, oh, mine's like 30.
Yeah.
I'm like, you need to double that. Because I've got girl mates, they tell me, like, don't lie to me.
Yeah.
So if they tell me one, that's at least 2.
That's fine, but then it's not 30.
Yeah, true.
Do you know? Is there?
Oh, in that sense, if it generally is true, then obviously it's a green flag.
Okay, yes.
But then it's all working out whether it's true or not. You're like, really? right, so when was your first boyfriend? When did you lose your virginity?
She's
You
like
start
17.
asking these mad questions.
Like, I lost it when I was 17,
so
but I'm
what,
27 now.
Yeah, like, I'm like, that's definitely a red flag to me.
So the red flag is because it looks like a lie. That's the red flag.
Yeah, but a green flag, if they've been with one person, that sometimes it happens. Yeah. Childhood relationship, it happens. That's cute.
Yeah, that is cute.
That's cute. Yeah.
You don't have to answer this.
Oh no.
Is there a number that's too high for you?
For me, what, in terms of girls?
In terms of like how many guys she's been with?
Not really.
So she says, "Oh, I've slept with 1,000 men." You're
I've never had that. I've never had that. But
I'm not saying
I would be surprised. But like, yeah, it should be a bit of a red flag. But
I think for guys as well,
it hasn't been up till now. It hasn't been a problem with how many people some say. It's a bit of a thing. Yeah. I don't think girls are truthful though. Like, they ask you the question, they're not truthful, man.
I think guys,
like, do you know what? How many times like I've spoke to a girl and then it will come up in a conversation. Another time I said, I thought you said 27. Like, how did you jump to 42 or whatever? You're lying. Yeah. Like, just tell me the truth.
Just be honest.
So like it ends up like that. But
yeah. No, I hear that. Next one, I'll do a few more. She speaks positively about an ex.
Yeah, it's a red flag, I think.
Red flag? Why is that?
You know what? It's hard. Yeah, because I think it is a red flag, isn't it? You don't, like, one of the things I always said when I coach people is don't talk about your ex. Like, you just don't bring the past up. They're obviously an ex for a reason. So like, don't bring it up to new people. Don't bring old energy into new energy. Yeah. Like, forever, whatever reason, like, yeah, you probably don't want to keep talking about your ex. Like, it's just not a nice thing to do. Yeah. Like, if you're buying a car with someone and you go, oh, my ex had that, then yeah, that's positive. That's a positive. You don't want the same car as someone's ex.
I hear you.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's positive. Like, if you're saying it, but you don't want to keep talking about, oh yeah, he liked this, or we went here, or like, no, you don't want it. No one wants to hear that.
I agree. Yeah. I like that. Don't bring your old energy into the new energy.
Yeah,
I like that. That needs to go on a t-shirt for sure.
Yeah.
She wants you both to have location sharing on.
Oh. Yeah, it's a green flag because
really, okay.
I feel like obviously not straight away, but like if you've been in a relationship for 2 years and there's been a bit of trust issues going on, it's a good way to reassure your partner. I done it with my ex. Okay. I had live location on and it was quite nice. But then what was annoying is she turned hers off sometimes. Like, there was I was like, that used to drive me mad. I was like, why are you turning it off?
Okay.
Like, have one tried to call me twice. She can see where I am. Tried to call me twice. And then bosh, disconnected the live thing. Like, I'm like, you can see where I am. If I've not answered the phone, I'm busy. Like, I'm in central London. So why are you disconnecting yours? Yeah. So then it used to cause some madness. And obviously,
I think she did that to get your attention.
Yeah.
If you called her twice.
She called me twice.
And then she'd be like, all right, cool, I'm going to turn it off.
Yeah, just.
It also, because immediately you go worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario.
So I think that was to get your attention.
I go off on one and this doesn't help.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so yeah, it can work. And especially if you have some people that I don't like, people don't. Like, you see my phone now, I've got my manager that sees where I am, my mom sees where I am, and my best friend. All the time, they can see where I am.
Yeah, but if you're, that's different though, because if you're, at a girl's house, they're not going to say anything. But if your girl sees you at a different girl's house, that's
I'm so open. If I'm at a party, go back to a group of friends' house. Yeah. I'll be like, oh, I'm with this person. I'll tell them before I even go there. Like, I'm good like that.
Yeah, 100%.
I ain't got nothing to hide.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, communication, man.
Yeah, communication is key. Yeah, so I ain't got no. If I stay on the sofa with my mates and there's been girls there, whatever, like, it's fine. I don't cross that line. I'm very trustworthy like that. Do you know what I mean?
No, I hear that, man. She strongly calls herself a feminist.
I think
that hesitation.
To be honest, I don't know much about feminism, but it sounds like
you can say flag. Amber if you want.
Amber.
You can say amber flag.
No, obviously it's good. Like, yeah, women empowerment. I agree. Like, I feel like the thing is, right, it was funny because I'm a model. It's the only job in the world, I think, where women get paid more than men.
They do.
Yeah. So I'm totally anti, bro.
They do. OnlyFans is the same.
But we work longer, so that's cool. So in the long run, we earn more.
Sure.
But yeah.
Is that a thing? Like, male models tend to have a longer span?
Yeah, longer span.
Interesting.
We can work much later than women.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what evens it out. Well, she has OnlyFans.
Nah.
Red flag?
Yeah, red flag. Like, for instance, like my manager and the PR agency from the premieres I go to,
Yep.
they ban people from the red carpet if they are OnlyFans. Yeah, so you get banned now, and that stuff traces you for life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's good money, quick money, but like your kids are gonna see that one day. Your family's gonna see that. Pictures get leaked and all that. Is it worth it?
Is it worth? Honestly, unless you're when you're making big bags, but unless you're making big money, which 95% OnlyFans creators do not make big money, I just don't think it's worth it. The trade-off isn't worth it.
Also, why do you want your mate seeing your chick like with their tits out and stuff? Like, why do you want?
I would not do
why
that.
do you want your mate's sons and that like googling your missus, seeing all that? Like, it's
like you're there with her Friday night. You're seeing her naked real time. They're seeing her naked too.
They got X-ray vision eyes now. Oh yeah, no.
It's true.
No,
it's
that's
true.
That's dead.
Okay, and last one.
I've got nothing against OnlyFans, by the way.
No, of course.
I just don't think I could date.
You're
someone.
just not compatible.
Yeah, for sure.
That's all right. Last one. She says she falls in love easily.
Oh, well, that's cute, I suppose. Yeah.
You're like, oh, you belong to me quicker.
I'll be like, what language of love are you talking about? There's 5. What one?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I don't know. It's Amber again. I think.
Amber.
Yeah, I'd say Amber.
I hear that. I think it's weird because
it's always the one that you don't want to say it though. That says it. That's the problem.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Because you want it to be, you want her. You want it to be the right person, but you want it to fall in love easily with you, no one else.
Yeah, that as well.
Because that makes you feel special, right?
Of course.
Listen, Stefan, it's been an absolute pleasure having you, bro. Like, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Cool. If people want to find you, where can they find you?
Yeah, so my Instagram's it's Stefan. Twitter is Stefan Pierre.
Nice.
I've got my fragrance brand, which we just launched in Selfridges. So
congratulations.
Go into the basement. It's got pheromones in as well.
Okay.
So if you want to be attracted to different personalities, you got to wear that stuff. Okay. And that's in the basement in Selfridges.
Perfect. We love that, man. Well, thank you for coming on, guys. Absolutely, go show Stefan some love. Give him a follow. Check out his stuff. And look out for that dating agency, man. Maybe I'll have to jump in on that, especially if, matching people up or, all of that
CelebrityLoveCoach.co.uk.
Celebrity Love Coach. Definitely check it out. Well, Stefan, thank you for sharing your energy with us today. Appreciate you.
Cheers.
Guys, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next episode.